We gotta go. We gotta go fast. Faster. Run.
ほう、さくら、手際がいいではない。この通路は表側への直通だ。先に進めば、貴様は正しい時間軸に復帰できよう。
Where I get to die. Because I have no command seals and no servant.
問題は時間だな。中枢の初期化に巻き込まれる前にこの通路を駆け抜けなければならん。慌ただしいことになった。これも俺と貴様らしい土壇場よ。では走れマスター。冥界よりの脱出と行こうではないか。
Let's go.
軽く流すとするか。良い宝があればいいがな。
Gil, please. It's a bit more urgent than that. Is the floor actually deleting? It's not just fading out, it's deleting.
今の我らの思考速度でも果てが見えぬとは。ムーンセルの構造を甘く見たか。俺がいながら初期化に飲まれるなど。
それは404光年とされる理論貿易です。
Are you saying it can't be found?
待ってください。今10億8000万のショートカットを作成して。
この局面で女に頼るとは俺の鈍りも極まったものだ。次に眠る時あれば少しは体を気遣うとしよう。なので急げ。
Don't skip out on life day, Gil. That death wall is approaching far too fast.
来たな。あれが写しよと隔離を隔てる境界。あの先が貴様の住む現実だ。
We made it. Once we get inside, once we... Wait. This is a barrier. How do we get in?
無論押し通る。城門ならば鍵がある。壁ならば破るのみ。下がっていろ。手荒く行くぞ。
Crash through it. Sparks fly from Gilgamesh's strikes. It causes the barrier, this edge of the world, to crack slightly. Gilgamesh continues the unrelenting blade wallop. A little more of this might break the barrier. But we don't have time.
コンマの差で間に合うのだが。分かっているとも。見せ場は貴様に譲ってやろう。これでも最低限の空気は読む男だ。
The reinitializing wave looms so close, yet Gilgamesh works without rushing. He continues to run the barrier with unshaken composure, fully believing that someone has his back. Which means...
Honestly, 情けないわね、白い方は。ショートカットを作るだけで精一杯なわけ。
BB! Thank goodness, she's alive as well. And she stopped the reinitializing wave for us. Maybe not stopped.
さすがにこれきついですね。私もまだ体が残っていればうまくごまかすことぐらいできるんでしょうけど。
BB's body is being disassembled by the red wave. She'll end up vanishing into the crimson. Wanting to pull her to safety, I try. But I can't get close? The black barrier BB put up isn't just holding back the reinitializing wave, it's also stopping me from going back for her.
当然じゃないですか。私が何のために死体に鞭打って戻ってきたと思っているんです。本当に嫌だったけど、先輩を助けるために我慢してやってるんです。ここで後戻りされたら意味がありません。
BB's falling apart. The handful of spiritrons left of her body are disappearing. Protecting Nebulous Scholar all alone has been whittling away at her body this entire time. Now she's about to disappear.
いいんですってば。私は元からないものでした。だからどんなに傷ついたってへっちゃらだった。ないんだから痛みも傷もつかないって理屈です。無理めな自己改造だってノープログラム。全然辛くはありませんでした。
That's a lie. I know just how grueling the path she's taken has been. I know that when she took over the moon cell, she was fully aware that it would break her. That's what makes this infuriatingly frustrating. I mean, I don't understand. I never asked her to do all that for me. I never asked her to bear all this pain for me.
ああ、それがわからないのは当然です。先輩、大したことしてくれなかったし、いまいち冴えない人だったし。でも、それが嬉しかった。選ばれた才能ある人間が、輝かしい手を差し伸べて選んでくれるより、どこにでもいるあなたが、精一杯の言葉で笑ってくれたことが、私たちには嬉しかった。私が夢見るには、それだけのことで、十分でした。
She says that was enough for her. She must be referring to the old days back in the infirmary. All we did was spend the days chatting, yet that was enough for her to make an enemy of the entire world.
もう限界ですね。ああ、かっこ悪いったらない。白いのは笑えないわ。たった数分しか持たないなんて。ほら、ギルガメッシュさん、早くその幸せな人を送ってあげてください。ずっと遠く遠く、私の手が届かないぐらい遠く、未練も夢も見えなくなるぐらい遠くに。
その願い、しかと聞き届けた。最後に羽化し消え去る月の虫よ、全てを使い切り残念なく消え去るがいい。
The red wave engulfs BB's black light. Behind me, I hear the barrier cracking. At this point, even if I were to reach out or run to her, BB is too far.
さよなら。また今日に会いましょう。楽しかったな、あの日々は。あ、そうだ。最後に一つ言い忘れてました。なんで助けに来るのが嫌だったかというとですね、先輩に見せる最後の私がかっこ悪いのが嫌だなって。
Well, I don't think you have to worry about that now. She's disappearing. The red wave is engulfing BB. All while facing away from us, bracing her limbs, she does her utmost to stand her ground and not look back. My fingers don't reach. There's no reclaiming our time together now. I couldn't save her, not even once. So that I don't leave her unrequited, I call out. She is Sakura. She always was. She always is. I call out her name. Sakura. That was her name when I would visit and chat with her time and time again in the infirmary.
はい。さようなら、先輩。私、あなたのことが大好きです。
My outstretched hand grazes against her tattered black coat. Suddenly, I witness a time-crossed vision.
例えば、それは 道端に転がっている小さな石です。でも道行く人たちは気にも留めません。石の声は人間たちには聞こえないからです。そもそもその石だって自分が何を言いたいのか分かっていません。ただそこにあるだけのものでした。でもそこに変な人が通りかかって石を拾い上げると真剣に耳を澄ますのです。石は一層声を上げて自分でもわからない気持ちを伝えます。変な人はますます真剣な顔なのです。石はもどかしくなって自分の不器用さを恥じ入りました。自分がもっと人寄りなら、きちんとした人間なら確かな言葉を伝えられるのにと、その時に気づいたのです。石が叫んでいたのはずっとそういうものに憧れていたからだと。それを聞き届けた彼女は言いました。じゃあ一緒に行こう。まるで対等の友人のように、取るに足らない路傍の石をただ一つのものとして接してくれた。こんな奇跡を私は知りません。ムーンセルにだって記録されていないと思います。だからこの命はあなたのために、一時でもあると夢を見させてくれたあなたのために、私は獲得した愛を使うのです。
BB. Sakura. The tatters of her black coat evaporate. Such was the vision I had glimpsed.
次は俺の番だな。壁は開けた。しばし目をつむっていろ。
My vision blanks white before I can even do as Gilgamesh says. The world gets painted over with blinding light. After the impact wears off, I cautiously open my eyes. We're back in the space, huh? Is this the starry sky from way back when? What happened to the path to the near side?
落ち着くがよい。ここは月の裏側の中でもさらに隔離された領域。俺が封印されていた空の外だ。壁は破ったものの、このままお前を表側へ送り出しては説明不足というもの。忘れてはいまい？霊樹を失ったまま表側に戻れば、お前はムーンセルに処断されることを。
Right. I have no servant and I have no command seals. Oh, right. Escaping back to the near side poses a problem for me. Still, there's a solution. Even without command seals, so long as I have a contract with a servant, the Moonsail will recognize me as a master. So...
その先は口にするな。気持ちはわからぬでもないが、口にすればお前を処さねばならん。
Why? Isn't this what you said when we met? I leave Nebulous Scholar the freedom to sever our contract. In that case, our contract will continue. I want it to continue. Around that time, I had no idea what kind of person the servant I had contracted with was, which is why I was thinking that once I had returned to the near side, I would sever our contract. I was only going to rely on this dangerous servant while on the far side of the moon. But things are different now. I know about you. I know you're a person deserving of trust and respect. I learned that through our battles together.
その前に一つ、俺には撤回しなくてはならぬ言葉がある。俺は自らの意志でこの空間に落ちたと言ったな。あれは言葉が足りぬ。正しくは、 裏側から出ることはできぬだ。
Eh? That means he actually is sealed inside the moon cell? It's almost like he's saying, I did all this for the hell of it. That's a very Gilgamesh thing, yeah?
はははは、笑って流せ。英雄王も千に一度は笑いを取りたくなる時がある。そういうことにしておくのだ。
Once in a spell? I'd say you like to show off rather often, King of Heroes.
故に、俺は表側にはついていけぬ。いけぬことはないだろうが、様々な制約を受けるだろう。そこまでして貴様に付き合う義理はない。我らはここで別れるのだ。
No way. Seriously? Wait, give me a second here. Finally, we got through to one another. Finally, you got yourself a suitable master. Despite that, we're going to part here? And besides, what will happen to him once I get back to the near side? The far side of the moon is empty. Is he just going to slumber again? For however many years, within this darkness where surely no one will come to awaken him? Well, he had been sleeping forever to begin with, and I went and woke him up. I had no way out, so I awakened him to save my own skin. After getting his help and finishing my business, I'm going back alone? There's no way I can agree with that, not after everything.
何をためらう。初めからそういう契約であっただろう。この道理を曲げることはそうそうできぬ。貴様の戦いはここで終わりだ。あとはこの指を鳴らすだけだが、確かにそれではつまらぬな。この始まりの空であれば、命がけの問答が我らにはふさわしい。
Oh boy.
貴様が少しでも満足の答えを出せば、このまま表側へ送り出そう。だが、くだらぬ答えを返せば貴様も、貴様に付き合った俺もそれまでの器。代償として貴様の首をもらう。
What? Why all of a sudden this? Weren't we going to part ways?
覚悟して答えるがいい。最後に問おう。俺にとって貴様はいかなるものなのか。
I think I have the answer to this. Though my mind is in a state of panic, I freeze up. It's because even I, green as I am, can tell just how much this question means to him. When I think about it, our relationship is pretty complicated. I definitely don't own the guy, and there are reasons why we can't be friends. That said, I'm not his slave, and we're not accomplices. In the beginning, I thought this heroic spirit was a god-awful match for me, an indiscriminate, sword-swinging murderer. If he were really the kind of heroic spirit, then he would have glanced at my lousy excuse for Mega's self and cut me down. I now know the reason why that didn't happen. He may come off as more cold-hearted than anyone else, but as an arbiter, Gilgamesh's hand is unwavering. He's an avatar of punishment, unappraisable by human values. He punishes humans as he watches over their history as it passes. Why is that? It hardly needs to be said. Basically, I'm amusement to you. It hardly needs to be said. Deep down, he loves humans, which is why I'm essentially his reward for being who he is. He's a king that laughs at man's deeds while delighting in their goings. He serves as an arbiter, his compensation that one day, human history will become a gorgeous motif. Associating with no one, taking no vassals. With a blood-curdling smile on his face, the King of Heroes gazes over the world for an eternity until it comes to an end.
見事だ。よもやお前が何のひねりもなく至極当然の事実を口にするとは思わなかった。
That's how it's been since the very beginning.
その回答の褒美をやらねばな。つまらぬものだが受け取るがいい。
Command seals. These are command seals? I got all my command seals back. No, you got a new set of command seals.
たわけ戻したのではない。一度使ったレイジは戻らぬ。
Yeah.
それは新しく与えたものだ。
Exactly. See? I know what Gilgamesh is on about.
貴様な、俺を何様だと心得ている。レイジの一つや二つ、ストックがあって当然であろう。
It's honestly one of the least surprising things he could pull out. Like, yeah, I just have command seals. Why? 'Cause I collect things? Why wouldn't I? Wait, how can a servant do this? He's Gilgamesh. He does what he wants. If there were a servant who could replenish their master's command seals, the entire Holy Grail war would fall apart. Probably why he's sealed. Also, he's Gilgamesh. How often would he give someone a tool to command him unconditionally? Like, he wouldn't. Ah, I know. He sealed himself away in the sky because of how incredible heroic spirit he is. People go through trusting each other, competing with each other, hating each other, and always regretting. Those are the only people whose fates mustn't be sullied by his great power. He decided to watch them from below in these depths, a place seemingly beyond the sky.
あちらの準備が整ったようだな。貴様との腐れ縁もここまでだ。
But you can't say it hasn't been fun, now can you? This can't be. There are still things I haven't told him. I still haven't complained about him brutally disparaging me. I still haven't expressed my gratitude over him saving me so many times. I still haven't said thank you.
人の世に戻るがよい。その無様な生涯を全うし、退屈な世に花を咲かせよ。その義の完了をもって俺との契約を断ち切るものとする。先に進むがいい、雑種。お前の旅ならばそれは見応えのある物語となるであろう。
I'll see you around then, King of Heroes. It was a good time hanging with you. It was an awful time hanging with you. I reach out, grabbing air. I yell out the name of the radiant servant looking up at me. My consciousness fades quickly, as if out of dizziness. So now what? We're at this horizon point. I awaken from some sudden dizziness to find a plane of darkness. There's no sense of direction in this place, but I walk towards where I think the way forward is. I'm probably still somewhere between the near side and the far side, some area in the middle that could belong to either or. Oh, I do have to walk? I mean, we're even. I can't turn the camera. Alright, it is a corridor. I can't go any further. So, oh, door! Look, a corridor. That was dumb. I'm dumb. Why do I feel like I'm in Kingdom Hearts right now? Is this the door to darkness? Have seconds passed? Hours? After all that walking, I find a door that I figure is an exit. Once I go through, I'll be back where I'm supposed to be. Or at least, that's what I believe. Not that I have any proof. There are no more obstacles. BB, who had taken over the moon, is gone. Kiara, who had corrupted BB, is defeated. All that's left is to enter this door. But before that, I call up behind me. Are you there, Sakura? Oh, she's restored. Why are you shaking?
はい。お疲れ様でした、先輩。その先が出口です。どうぞ進んでください。あなたにはその資格がありますから。
There's no doubt that she's physically here. She's also partially transparent. Is this the cost of remaining with the moon cell? Or, just like BB, can she no longer construct a body for herself? Well, none of that matters right now. I got to meet her again. With that, I know what I need to do now. Yes. Yes! Let's go. Back to where we belong. Both of us. I grip her hands, but no longer feel any warmth in them. I'm fine with her just being here, though. I will not forget this time. I won't be going it alone anymore. If I'm going to return to the future, it'll be alongside Sakura.
ダメです。私はそちらには行けません。だって今回の事件の原因は私です。何もできなかったけれど、せめて最後の責任は果たさないと。
Well, you can take responsibility by not separating from me again.
私は自分ごと BB の生み出したシステムをリセットします。それで全てが元に戻るんです。
No.
今なら私がいなかったことにできます。表の聖杯戦争も正しく運営されて、取り込まれたマスターたちも犠牲になりません。
No. Sakura will never have existed. It sounds like she's going to alter the past, but it's probably something different. That includes all the abnormalities, all those who fell victim in the far side of the moon. The moment we were swept from the near side, it felt like we were just in Sakura's dream. Which means that once the dream ends, everything that happened will vanish with it. In my case, I would return to the moment right before I was captured by a shapeshifter. Only the feeling that something strange happened will remain with the other masters.
はい。表側、正しい歴史では原因である私と摂政員キアラが消失するだけです。私の場合、私が消えても新しい私がいるので、保健室はあのままですけどね。
I see. Once I leave this area, I'll lose my memories of the far side. Or rather, it'll be as if they never happened. In which case, I suppose it's completely pointless to take Sakura with me. Reason being, the moment we make it outside, I'll even lose the emotions I'm feeling right now.
そうですね。だから先輩は一人で行ってください。それを見届けたら。
Sakura's eyes tell me that she's chosen to disappear, along with the system's abnormalities. I get it. I let go of her hands, then after Sakura sighs in relief, I once again go in to hold her by the arms.
先輩?
Doesn't matter, taking you with me. Sakura said that nothing will remain. I'm okay with that. Even that. Still, we're leaving together. To me, that's the most important thing I want to do. What happens after, honestly, I couldn't care less.
どうして? 先輩の言ってることは破綻しています。
Doesn't have to.
元の世界に戻るために戦ってきたんじゃないですか。
What did I say before we started this whole fight? That's only half the story. My goal now is to leave with Sakura. She's become that dear to me. I only put down Kiara's ambitions and dealt with the moon's abnormalities because they got in the way of that goal.
私が大切。でも、私はこの事件の元凶で。
If that's the case, I'm just as at fault. Kiara was the one behind all this. It's all over anyway, so let's not drag it back up. If the moon is going to get reset and the victims will no longer exist, then there will flat out be nothing to blame Sakura for. Also, If a little hand holding is enough to send her blushing, then just say it already. I want her to admit that she is happy that Nebulous Scholar cares for her. Say it! Say it! Do it! Also, Sakura will not be disappearing. The system's anomalies can go, but that's it. If we can't make that happen, then I at least want her to still exist. Maybe Nebulous Scholar can't stay the same person, but I want Sakura to forever be who she is. Not an NPC, but the same as any other human. She's connected to the moon cell, so she should be able to pull some strings.
でも私は AI で未来なんて夢見ちゃいけなくて先輩と一緒にいたくて
There we go. I see no problem then.
でもそれもきっと嘘なんです。だって私には愛がわからない。先輩を優先していい理由がなくて
Who even understands love? Who even needs a justification? It's fine. I see. That's why Sakura blames herself. What tortures her to the point of wanting to make herself disappear? Sakura once said, I give priority to Nebulous Scholar, because Nebulous Scholar is capable of resolving this dilemma. Now that the dilemma is resolved, Sakura has neither reason, liberty, nor logic behind prioritizing Nebulous Scholar. Sakura had once shouted this: So long as I don't understand love, I can't confirm that I like you.
だからいいんです。私は BB とは違う。あの子のように矛盾は犯せない。どんなに先輩にそばにいてほしくてもその理由が私にはわからない。私の気持ちは偽物なんです。
They are not fake. Fake? No, that's wrong. I may not know a way to save Sakura either, but I can tell her straight up that she's what she's wrong about.
私の間違い。先輩は愛が何なのか知ってるんですか？
What is love anyway? Baby, don't hurt me. Is it sympathy? Is it something to benefit from? The answer to that question will give BB and Sakura redemption. But I don't think any reasoning will prove convincing. So as long as a human has a heart, has life, they won't be able to explain the metaphysical concept of love. The love that humans speak of lacks purity as a system. What is affection? Tackling this problem mechanically or mathematically will surely break us. Therefore, I may not know the answer, but I know where you're wrong. When one speaks of love, one shouldn't speak of the reason behind it. I want to hold, embrace you like this, because I love you.
理由は語ってはいけない。ただ好きということだけでその愛は肯定されて
That's all you need.
いいんですか？
Yeah. People have tried to explain emotions through logic, but all have failed. Love is illogical and irrational. It's a matter that science has yet to explain, and probably never will. But that's the reason why science advances. This concept, the heart, is too blunder-prone a thing, too superfluous. Science seeks to prove why the universe produced such a thing. That's right. In the end of times, when all warmth has cooled, one day, May May this vague heart serve as the final salvation for all intelligent life.
あなたが好きだって一緒にいてほしいってずっと言えなくてごめんなさい。
As if clinging on, as if to remove all doubt, our fingers intertwine. As I grip her hand tightly, I realize I was right in my struggle. I wasn't able to compete for the Holy Grail as a master, but I got to leave something behind. I want to stay like this a little longer, but it looks like our time is up. This borderland may go on forever, but she can't maintain this door to the outside for that long. Let's go then.
裏側領域の初期化が終わりました。もうこれで。
All we can do is head towards our rightful timeline, a future we can't take back. I grip Sakura's hand and face the door. I may no longer be the person I am now once we leave, but until that moment comes, I want to finish together with Sakura.
先輩、本当に私でいいんですか?
Yes. Of course. The same way Sakura wants to be with me, I want to be with her.
それでしたらもう一個だけ質問です。私が最後にものすごいズルをしても叱りませんか?
Depends on what it is. A crazy trick? Didn't expect to hear that. I definitely won't get mad. If it were the capricious BB, then maybe. But I don't think Sakura would do anyone wrong by making trouble. As if shaking off any lingering reluctance, we spring off and into the door. Now it'll be as if nothing happened. Our fights on the far side, Sakura's memories, this version of me trying to act strong, will all disappear. Then I feel a tug at my hand. I turn back to Sakura and see.
そんなことにはさせません。先輩、私、すっごく欲張りですよ。
Yes, you can. I see a warm smile, beaming with hope. Where is this? No, really, where is this? I've never seen this area. I slowly awaken. It feels like I was dreaming. Something nostalgic. My body feels much heavier. But there isn't a trace of discomfort. It's like this weight is from me being back where I belong. It's like this weight was mine since before I was even born. Where is this? Where am I? The wind caresses my cheek. There are organisms here visible to me, and microorganisms that aren't. I can read that word. There's the sun, it looks like nighttime, water and air. The smell is a bit familiar, assorted mixture. It's the scent of earth. There's also one other scent that tickles my nostrils. It's a soapy smell, the smell of bare skin, the smell of clean clothes. Ah, I know what this is too. After all, this face belongs to the girl I've been with for so long. This is the face, the girl I wanted to protect and fought so hard for. Wait, why do I remember all that? I thought that once I went through that door, I would forget everything. Sakura, what did you do? What crazy thing did you do?
お寝坊さんなんですね。
I rouse myself in a hurry. I've taken notice that I'm naked and sitting inside some sort of capsule. Moreover, floating far off and above my sights is a perfect luminescent circle. Oh, did she wake up my real body? That's the moon. That's how it looks like from Earth. It's the actual moon. Which must mean that I've returned from that cyberspace and am now on Earth. I still don't remember anything from before I joined the Holy Grail War, but I haven't lost a single memory from my time on the moon. And I'm on Earth?
はい、その通りです。ちょっとずるして、好きでの先輩をこっちに連れてきちゃいました。
Sakura smiles mischievously. So this is what her trick was. Well, I'm genuinely happy about it. But how did Sakura make it to Earth? I figured she couldn't exist outside of cyberspace.
あれ、先輩？もしかして蘇生に失敗しちゃいました？私のことわかりますか？
I do, and that's why I'm confused. Well, whatever. I don't need to sweat the details. Sakura is here as the Sakura I know. It may only have been temporary, but Sakura was connected to the moon cell. I bet she could pull off any sort of miracle. It would also be thoughtless of me to hound her with questions.
はい、こうしてやってきちゃいました。あなたがそれでいいと言ってくれたから。
Okay. It was an impossible wish that I could never expect to come true, but I'm very glad that I stated it anyway. I take a deep breath and squint. Unless I take a second, I may make myself dizzy out of extreme joy and end up falling back asleep.
そうですよ。また眠っちゃったら私寂しいです。先輩は普段のんびり屋さんですから。
I'm aware of that. I'd appreciate it if she didn't point it out. I can be absent-minded at times, but put me on the spot and I'll get flustered just like any ordinary person.
そこは人並みじゃありません。平均よりちょっと上のとんでもない行動力の化身です。そんな先輩だからあの嘘の世界で何もかもを助けられたんです。でもちょっと不安です。ここは何もかも物質的で単純な仕組みで動いているのにきっとうまくいかないことばかりなんでしょうね。
Yeah, she's not wrong. On Earth, theory alone isn't everything. Limited resources and ambitions make this world go round. In this human world, even in the face of optimal solution, a clash with emotions can lead to trekking in unforeseen directions. Still, that's the reason why.
多くの未来、多くの未知が誕生する。怖いけどドキドキします。これが私たちの住む世界。長い時間をかけて愛を形にする世界なんですね。
That's right. That's right. I obtained neither the Holy Grail nor a miracle. Despite being summoned to the moon, rather than being a hero and accomplishing something great, I chose something expected for a human to choose. Whether that decision was correct depends on what I do from here on out. Which is why I have only one thing to say right now.
さあ、どこに行きましょうか、先輩。ここで平和に暮らすこともできますけど、先輩はじっとしていられないでしょ。あなたはそういう人ですから、無力でも前に進もうとする。まだ見ぬ未来に恋焦がれる。うん、そんな人だから人形も人間に憧れた。 あなたの力になりたくなった。どこまでもお供させてください。先輩が夢見るものが私の夢なんですから。
Her satisfied smile is a tad blinding. Yeah, I have only one thing to say right now. I'm glad I protected this smile. Even if it meant parting with an almighty miracle, to see this tiny miracle that blossomed from the moon smiling here.
それで先輩、今更ですけどちゃんと言葉にしていいですか？
Go ahead.
遅くなりましたけど、あなたの気持ちが嬉しいです。あなたがいてくれて嬉しい。私、あなたのすべてに恋をしています。
I get up out of the capsule. Now that's something to hear, I smile back. My limbs aren't moving exactly as I'd like them to yet, but I can clearly feel the earth and the wind. Jeez, it seems I slept longer than I realized. My battle continues. But now I won't be contending for something. It'll be to nurture something. And if it's going to prove difficult anyway, if the goal is going to be unending, then let the future be unreachable. For example, yeah, let the future extend so far that I one day get another chance to meet all those people I miss so. I find myself looking up at the sky, so out of reach. Let it go beyond that distant silver moon. Oh boy. I'm so glad this game got translated. It took forever for it to happen. But the fact that it happened, I am so happy. This was great. The writing is way better than the original Fate Extra by leagues. It's crazy that this is not even really a sequel, like an interquel side story. I don't know. Alternate route that doesn't happen or does happen. The timeline is nebulous. But let me save my data. Yes. There we go. It's gonna send me back to the title screen? Yes. I've spent like 60 hours on this. No, more than 60. 70, approaching 80. So, I'm not sure how to organize my thoughts on this because it's a lot. But in general, this was great. The gameplay being what it is, Fate Extra's gameplay is rock, paper, scissors. It's not fun, per se. But let's be real. We're here for the story. And the story's the good part. Oh man, is the story the good part. I'm glad I got to experience it, finally. And just enjoy everything about it. I'm playing the original Fate Stay Night. I'm pretty hardcore camp Tosaka here. But I will say, Heavens feels very strong, so I do have a soft spot for Sakura. And it still exists, especially after this game. Oh boy, does it. I'm glad I went with Gilgamesh as my servant, because there are plenty of great moments. And again, compared to the other three, which I've played in the original, his experience was new and fun. As a character, I like Gilgamesh not being an absolute dick to everybody, and sort of just being him enjoying himself. Also, the fact that he made some battles really easy because he gets real strong sometimes, made it so I could definitely enjoy the story more without suffering repeated setbacks. I like the improvements they made to the game compared to the original, with save points and restarting fights and all that. Much less headache-inducing. Just, it's an overall improvement in every way. I enjoyed this a lot. Fate Extra CCC. It's here. It's great. I don't know how any of this leads up to Extella. I think there's an Extella Zero something? It's not a manga, it's not a novel, it's more like a document of, hey, these are events that happen to lead into the Extella timeline. Because, much like Hollow Ataraxia as a sequel to Fate's the Night, it goes, all the timelines exist, simultaneously, into a new timeline where this makes sense. So, eventually, not soon, mind you, I do want to do a playthrough of Extella, because while I've played it a little bit, I initially played it in Japanese on my PS Vita, so not on PC at all. I own it on PC, and I've never played through the entire story, as long as that may be. I understand you have to do at least 3 playthroughs of it, one with each, main character. But I do eventually want to get to it, because in the first place, I just love the Fate series. Just love Type Moon. So it'd be nice to finally get to it now that I have sort of a bridging gap, I guess, which doesn't really bridge any gaps. But either way, that was Fate Extra CCC. I'm sad it's over. I'm glad it happened. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'll see you around in the next one.